As a child of immigrant parents with a mother who understood the importance of education, I was well prepared for just the right high school teacher to inspire me. My parents met at Cerritos College, where my mother was a student and my father taught ballet folklorico. My mother was the only child of 7 who went to college. I attended Chino High School, where I had a wonderful law and justice teacher, John Williams. No, not the one from Star Wars or Jaws, and he was my first mentor. Our class had unusual field trips where we collected canned food, and then we would visit a prison, speak with the inmates, and then visit Skid Row to deliver the canned food. We'd end our trip with a visit to either USC or UCLA. One day, as I sat next to Mr. Williams in Poly Pavilion, I told him, I'm going to graduate from here one day. 5 years later, I graduated with a political science degree, and the ceremony was held in Poly Pavilion, and Mr. John Williams was in attendance. Throughout undergraduate school, I worked to pay my way. At USF Law, I stopped working so I could study full-time. My mother would occasionally send me letters with a $20 bill tucked inside the envelope. It was a wonderful thing. USF is a great law school, but I did not have a job waiting for me upon graduation. So I took the bar, and guess where I found my first position? On Craigslist. I was a paralegal at a small Santa Monica-based plaintiff-side employment firm. Once I passed the bar, they offered me a job as a first-year lawyer. The downside of a small firm is that it doesn't have the best resources or a formal training program, but I was a hustler and scraped my way, even having a trial in my first 18 months of practicing law. For 2.5 years, I was mentored by one of the partners, and when he decided to return to big law, he asked me to join him. I eventually became a partner and found my home at McDermott as a management-side employment litigator. McDermott is a special law firm, and it starts right at the top. This was brought home at my first partner retreat. Law firm retreats routinely have guest speakers, a judge or a political correspondent, but our chairman, Ira Coleman, had Sean Anker speak to the partnership on the topic of happiness, how to be happy, the importance of wellness, how happiness creates high-performing teams, and how our clients stand to benefit. It's a very special place here with talented lawyers, staff, and professionals. Which brings me to the Hispanic National Bar Association, otherwise known as the HNBA. When I attended my first HNBA conference, I knew I had found an important community. As a young lawyer and then partner, I benefited from the HNBA's Leadership Academy, where I learned about building a book of business, delivering value-added legal services, and building a brand. I became the regional president and held other leadership roles with the HNBA in the past 12 years. The HNBA provides law students with scholarships. It has a judicial nominations committee that helps place Hispanic judges on the federal bench and has an initiative called Poder 25. It creates a pipeline of Hispanic general counsel. Our objective is to have 20 Hispanic general counsel in Fortune 500 companies by 2025. I now sit on the HNBA VIA board, the nonprofit arm of the HNBA, which funds all of the HNBA's initiatives. The HNBA has given me a wonderful platform by which to pay it forward. And then there's Century City. I've watched this place grow since coming here in 2004. It's a great community in which to practice law. It's a beautiful city with friendly folks, it's easy to get around, and all of it is imbued with an entrepreneurial spirit. So now you see what happens when you have just the right mom and a high school teacher and mentor to inspire your dream.